Hey guys, last week we did a video on investors and kind of how people have been taken advantage of in the marketplace. And today I'm going to talk about another topic that has become a major issue, not only in North Carolina, but in other states. As we talk to agents in our company across the country, I know other agents that have dealt with this same problem, but it's basically deed theft. So what's happening is these very creative thieves, they'll go in and find a vacant land piece of property that they can go on the tax card, search it out, find it, and they call a real estate agent like us and they say, hey, I've got 20 acres in Wake County that I want to sell. And they go through all the rigmarole of, we ask them all the questions just like we're going to list it. And they seem to know what they're talking about. So we say, okay, well, we'll go out and look at this property and we'll let you know what we think. Well, in some cases, we have, I know agents in other states have gone to the property and the actual owner been out there and said, what are you doing here? And the agent said, well, I'm here to list your property. We spoke on the phone. Well, guess what? It wasn't the actual seller that's calling our office. The Real Estate Commission puts out a bulletin every month with disciplinary actions of things that realtors have done illegally or wrong. And I have seen it personally on a lot of our bulletins in the last few months where agents have been disciplined for not following through and not getting all the documentation that it took to ensure that the actual seller was trying to sell the property. I'll tell you another story that hit the newspapers and social media and the news locally in Raleigh. Was about 2 or 3 months ago in Chatham County. A sign went up on a piece of property and the neighbor called the seller and said, hey man, I thought you would never sell this farm. And the seller said, what are you talking about? He said, well, there's a listing sign for sale in front of your farm. So he called that listing agent, and the listing agent said, yeah, I talked to so-and-so, and he told me that he was ready to list the property. Well, it was a fraudster. It wasn't the actual seller that had called and wanted to list the property. So what they're doing is fraudulently calling real estate agents, telling them they want to list the property, and they're hoping during the title search that they got a sorry title abstractor or a sorry attorney that will take this thing across the closing table and wire them the money. I don't know how many times the money's actually been wired, but I can tell you it's been numerous times that realtors have gotten in trouble because they didn't ask for a driver's license with a photo ID. They didn't vet the email correctly. There's multiple things we're doing now that we're ensuring we're talking to the actual seller. We ask a lot of questions. I'm not going to tell you what those questions are because I don't want fraudsters to look on our page and know what we're doing to try to figure out. But here's what you can do to protect your land. If you own a vacant piece of land, I don't care if it's a 1 acre piece or 1,000 acres, or your family or your friends own a piece of vacant land where there's no residents on the property. You can buy a title insurance policy very cheap. I think it's $200 to $300 that will cover that specific thing from happening to you. To the point now, it's happened so much that one attorney closes the majority of our deals, and we are offering it to every single person that we close a deal with now because it's become such a problem. And most everybody is taking that policy and buying it and perfectly happy to do so to protect themselves from their deeds being stolen from them and them not being made aware of it. So if you've got vacant land, cover yourself, call a title insurance company, call your local attorney or your favorite attorney, and ask them if they can put a title policy on your vacant piece of land so that it doesn't get stolen like so many others have happened in other states and including North Carolina. That's my tip of the day. If we can help you, give us a call today or visit us at whitetailproperties.com.